Number two, probably the number one reason people get injured in tech school is the lack of flexibility. The lack of flexibility. Um, there is a ton of Air Force recruits, military recruits in general, that are coming to the military who are more fit than I am, who is currently in the military. You probably can't see me on the bench. You might not be able to see me in the squat rack. Uh, you might not be able to see me on the deadlift platform or on the pull up bars, whatever. But overall, definitely in regards to running, you probably run laps around me. Honestly, you probably just Isaiah, what you doing, bro? Mind your business. Mind your business, bro. Let me do what I'm doing. But yeah, fitness. A lot of people don't see fitness as the stretching that should occur before and after it. And by no means am I a physical therapist. By no means am I a yoga instructor, Pilates, anything of that nature. I just see cause and effect or correlation. Correlation. You see people getting injured, and you realize, what is the purpose of stretching? What is the purpose of elongating certain ligaments, if you will? And if you look at certain injuries, especially in certain parts of the body, such as the leg or the groin, or in regards to just certain regions of the body, you can see how the lack of stretching correlates to that injury, and how it possibly could have prevented it. Possibly, potentially. And that's the point of wisdom. That's the point of wisdom, is to preserve you, is to elongate your period of success, longevity. A lot of people don't think about longevity. A lot of people just think, if I can just do 50 push-ups, 1,000 push-ups, million squats, 10 hours of planks consecutively, I will be Captain America, Wonder Woman. I will be him. But they don't think at some point LeBron James starts degrading. At some point, Zion Williamson has to prepare to keep jumping like that at 285 pounds. Giannis, at some point, he's going to slow down. And you can't just drive to the paint every single play. The point being is that you can be on 10 physically, in terms of strength, in terms of speed, agility, the ability to change directions, momentum, acceleration, all these different, factors as it relates to, physics. But when it comes to longevity, you can't do any of that if your ankle is twisted. If you're pulling hip flexors, you're pulling a groin. It comes down to the simple preparation. And a lot of people overlook stretching, just simple stretching. Older recruits, no matter how strong you are, no matter how far and how fast you can run, you need to stretch. Trust me, because it probably won't be the running in the morning that gets you for PT. It probably won't be the pyramid push-ups. Probably won't be the sit-ups. What it will be is the stairs. It's going to be that one fall. It's going to be walking, in the gravel rocks, and your ankle twists. It's going to be picking up, your issued uniforms and pulling something in your lower back. It's going to be sleeping wrong on your neck. And over time, over the span of 2 weeks of basic training and however long your tech school is, that's not an environment to get injured. Trust me on that. There's something called med hold. And med hold is, especially in basic training, med hold is basic training, except the clock's not moving. So whatever injury you have, let's say it's due to the lack of stretching. You pull something in your groin. So you're struggling watching. You definitely can't march. You can barely walk. You're in basic training. You're still getting credit as far as you're present in basic training, but the clock is not moving. The clock stopped at whatever week you got injured in. So you're same rules. You're still gonna wake up and make your bed. You're still gonna wake up. I don't know all the different rules. I've never been in med hole, but I've heard stories. You're probably not gonna have your cell phone. You're probably not gonna have a TV. No, you're just gonna be sitting in a room, probably reading books or something, possibly, and probably cleaning or something. Who knows? The point is, you don't want to experience that. You don't want to experience basic training without the clock moving. The point of basic training, the point of training environment in general, is to get through it. Is to train, learn, accomplish, and get through it. Get out. Go. You're done. Now go actually execute what you just learned. So it's simple. And a lot of people might hear it and say, you don't have to explain all that. Stretching, I got it. Whatever. No, I'll take a yoga class. But stretching is imperative in terms of longevity. Longevity is something I restarted doing recently because the basketball courts opened up at Allison Air Force Base. So on Saturdays, I go down and hoop. And, I'm in the process of giving them buckets. But after I finished giving them buckets, I gave everybody 30 apiece. I'm like, listen, go sit down, bro. I just dropped a triple double in your head, bro. I'm different. I walk back to the sideline, changing my shoes or whatever. I'm about to go work out, whatever. And my body's locking up. My ankles hurt. My knees hurt. My lower back hurts. You're just struggling. You're hurting. And trust me, that's not that. In terms of longevity, that is a sign that you're missing some wisdom. Something's out of order. Pain is a sign that something's out of order. Pain is a sign that you need to ask a question. Pain is a sign that something is chaotic in my body. I must address it because it won't go away. It doesn't go away. The effects of not stretching, it does not go away. It accrues and it meets you somewhere down the line where you may not be prepared for it. It may be inconvenient when it does catch you and say, remember back in, the DEP program when you was doing all this weightlifting and you were running 10 miles a day and you were doing all this stuff, you didn't stretch. It's going to catch you a second week of basic training. Now you're in med hold. Your class has gone on. Your class is in third, fourth, fifth week. You're still in second week. And you'll sit there until you heal. Not till you think you're ready, not till you can think you can power through it, but until you heal. And a doctor decides, all right, now you're good, go back to training. That could be 8 weeks, that could be 10 weeks, who knows? So take that to heart. Take 5 minutes before and after. Take 5 minutes and simply stretch. Pull up on your phone. Give me 10 stretches to do real quick. Upper body, lower body, stretch. You probably won't see. And let me say this. The effects of wisdom are not often seen. The effects of wisdom are not often seen. Sometimes the effects of wisdom are not meant to be seen. They're meant to preserve you so you don't experience the pain. You don't experience the failure.